What's up, everybody? Welcome to the program. We are going to go over some of the finer points of breathing with the model. This is going to help so much to be able to visualize yourself while you're going through the program. And then we're going to go over the common mistakes, and I'm going to show you on the model. So again, you can kind of really pinpoint those things for yourself when you're going through it. So first and foremost, what does a good breath look like? It looks like expansion 360 degrees everywhere, and then it looks like compression 360 degrees everywhere. Even though we do things like maybe an elevator breath you've heard from me, or different things where we're trying to breathe here, then there, then there. Realistically, your lungs fill up all at once. But what we don't want is to have only one thing fill up. So if you only see your belly filling up, not great, because then your lungs aren't expanding into your rib cage. If you only see your chest lift up, then you're not getting air into your back ribs, your side, and your belly. So we want to see 360 degrees relatively all at the same time and get that expansion everywhere, finishing high. When we exhale, it's very important that we don't just crunch down. We'll talk about that more. But what I'm looking to see is a lot of internal obliques and TVA actually wrapping the ribs down and in, the opposite of a rib flare. You want to think about almost breathing behind your abs. So instead of doing this and flaring them up, you're kind of keeping them, not crunching, not squeezing, not tensioning, but keeping some tension there so that the air can go behind the abs and fill everything up. You can think about the individual ribs moving away from each other during the inhale and expansion. That's a great way to think about it. And again, there's a really big difference between crunching down on your exhale and getting your internal obliques to close. In the program, I referenced the unicorn horn, the idea that your head is pulled long in a lot of these positions. If I crunch down, it's gonna take my head with me. So I need to stay long and get that exhale to come from all the muscles, not just my six pack. So now let's go into some of the common mistakes. First one, everybody knows about neck breathing, right? Chest breathing is what they usually call it, but it's a little bit more nuanced than that. We want our chest to be able to expand, so it's really important that we actually get air into our chest. But what we don't want is during the first second of our inhale to see this happen. So you can see my top ribs are just being pulled up by my traps, my neck in the front, and you'll even see the neck start to work there. That's not what we want. That's not chest expansion. That would be using the neck to inhale. So we do not want that. So that's the first thing. So think, you don't want to see that happen. That's probably indicating that you're not getting a lot of air down here first for it to climb up versus it just faking it. And you'll also see a lot of arching of the back. If you're someone who really is extending the back, maybe you feel like your lower back erectors are usually on, that's a common one for you guys. You would need to work on getting the exhale down. Now, the other one that we're gonna see a lot of is the crunch. We have a whole entire routine to kind of stop it and get away from it. So imagine again that this is being pushed down. Some of us are gonna see a posture picture on us and notice that our sternum actually looks smushed already. Those are the people that really need to get the chest to open up and expand and get that air in there. So when you're exhaling, try to think about really relaxing the six-pack muscles that come in here so that your exhale doesn't turn into this. It doesn't crunch you down. It instead stays long and closes the ribs like this so that they're able to IR, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. We want to see this angle be dynamic, close, open, versus it staying the same and you just crunching down your chest. If you ever get tension on that sternum and you feel like crap there, that's probably what's going on. Now, another thing that's gonna be really common is for someone to be really asymmetrical and working too hard on one side, especially when you start to push your exhales and exhale longer or harder, which we wanna have that happen at the end of the program, not at the beginning. You'll often see people exhale hard, and be closing down. So if you're getting pain or cramping or just an uncomfortable thing on one side, just know that you should probably put your hand over here and see if you can get more air out on that side because you're probably crunching down to that. It's almost always gonna happen on the right side. So those are the big mistakes that we're working against that we don't wanna see. We also don't wanna see that crunch from the bottom. So a lot of us are gonna really think, especially on the face up stuff, instead of keeping our abs relaxed, we're gonna kind of squeeze our butt and tuck under, and that's gonna tuck your pelvis under you and really kind of crunch into the ground. We wanna be able to relax that. So think, you're gonna feel your six pack eventually, but we don't wanna feel them dominating everything, which is gonna happen for most of us. So just think that this is the dynamic angle we want instead of this one and then the crunching from the bottom. That's a quick overview on breathing, what we're looking for, what we're not looking for. It'll be reiterated throughout the program in each specific position. And if you have any questions, please let me know.